Hey, good morning, guys. This is Jay. Hey, I want to invite you to be a son, maybe in a way that you haven't thought to be a son, but spiritually, your heart is connected to things that are beautiful, and God knows the healing power, the peace bringing power of beauty. Let me read this to you right here, and then I just want to show you where I am and what God's led me to do over the last couple of years. Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there is any virtue, and if there's anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. The things which you learned and received and heard and saw in me, these do, and the God of peace will be with you. So I'm in my backyard right here, and over the years, slowly, without me even really realizing it, God was constructing an environment that I could come to in the morning and in the afternoons that was just a salve, kind of a rescue for my heart. And I didn't grow up as a gardener, didn't grow up in a family that was gardeners, but at one point God said, hey, I want you to start growing things. And it was an invitation actually from a friend years ago to just try and grow one plant, and I killed it. And then I tried to grow another plant the next year, and I killed it. But the Lord was saying, no, I'm in this. The reason that they died is because it's something that you did not do well, that was in harmony with the way that I raise plants. And so I said, okay, I'm going to try this again. And I kind of went a bit all in, but I picked plants that were easy to grow because I couldn't set myself up for failure again. But you can look down here, right? I've got lavender and I've got rosemary, and then down here I've got a Tabasco plant that I'm growing. Over here I've got a couple of flowers. I don't even remember what these are, but learning an aloe vera, and this is a tomato plant. And then back here is a garden that my daughter got for her birthday a couple years ago, and then she discovered horses and some other teenage, affection, and this thing just went by the wayside for a year, and the Lord was like, hey, it's there. I've supplied you a garden. Go ahead and grow it. And so we've got mint and jalapeños, and we've got basil for making our homemade pesto, and we've got chives, and we've got cilantro. And this my backyard, I had no idea. I've lived here for about 12 years. This place wakes up in the morning. What I'm about to do is water all these plants, and I'm going to spray water on my crepe myrtles and on this tree, whatever this is, and on the mountain laurel. And what's going to happen? Oh, and I've got lights strung up, and I've got bird feeders up here, a couple of hummingbird feeders. And what happens is this place comes alive. It becomes a highway for all different kinds of birds. And the hummingbirds will start coming, and they'll start competing one another for the nectar. And just be able to daily watch these flowers come up and these plants come up. And at some point, I'm going to come out here and start picking them all through the summer and making something inside that I love. It's just Pico de Gallo. It just requires onions and cilantro and tomatoes and chives and jalapeños and some sea salt. And there's just something very grounding and therapeutic for me to come out here every morning, sit with the Word, and literally, like it says, as I watch these flowers open up and grow, and as I take care of them, which takes me about 5 minutes in the morning to water all these things and kind of get ready to sit down and just watch. And as I watch, as I think on things that are beautiful with God, His peace settles over me, because I actually get drawn up into a much larger, much older story where my Father is in charge, and somehow I get to participate in the same way that the flowers and the plants do. I get to stand side by side. Not that I don't have, as a human, more dignity than them, but there's something so full of dignity that a flower has, that a plant has, that you just know if it's fed properly, it's going to grow What a peace that is to the heart of a son, that to stay fed, to receive our daily bread, is just a promise, like a flower, that we're going to become like a flower for a plant that's meant to feed. We will grow into our purpose and into our calling, and we will have a very dignified calling and destiny to bring to the earth. Guys, this is just a season that I just encourage you. Find something that's beautiful. I want to show you one other thing here too. Go to the grocery store. Get your wife some flowers, and get the kind that are all completely closed up yet. No blooms have come out yet. And then just watch it open up. And my favorite of all the flowers is a lily, because it's among the most fragrant, along with a rose, but it's a whole lot cheaper. And it is just fantastic. I want you to see this. Check this out. Okay? When I got them, all of them looked like this guy right here. And then slowly they unfold. And look at that. And this, like, I'm not a perfume guy, but I just can't get my nose out of this thing all day. This thing has lasted for a week or more. And look how beautiful it is. It hasn't even finished opening up yet. Guys, man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. And he's speaking through that. He's speaking through living things that are not susceptible to the coronavirus, the things that have just been constant over the years. Beauty, life, abundance. Man, it's a rescue. So this is Jay, just sharing with you something that for me has just been very healing for me. I just want to invite you to continue to live as a son, continue to press in. This is a great season to try new things, even something as small as 1 or 2 potted plants on your back lawn or deck, or on your front lawn. These things can be frontier for your heart, for you to be having a conversation with God. Intimacy, connection with God, that is the lifeline. Guys, bless you. Love you in this season. Love you as always. I'm just here inviting you to practice sonship in this season. All right, we'll see you sometime soon.